Hello, it's Red Day 279 today, and today I just went out for a short mile that was not my usual mile route because I did my usual mile route 24 times yesterday and I couldn't really face going out and doing it again. The 24-hour challenge then yesterday was a bit of an epic, really.
Hello.
Hiya!
Okay, it is. Welcome to Dee's 24-hour virtual London Marathon
We have
2020.
about 17 minutes to go before I can start recording officially for the virtual London Marathon. I am pretty much going to take all of the 24 hours that they allocate you to do it. Well, I think I'm sort of scheduled to finish on probably about lap 22 or 23 maybe, but that gives me a bit of a buffer. But I will be kind of running every hour on the hour for 24 hours. So that is going to complete the marathon distance and hopefully a bit more. So
Yeah, so just to clarify, Dee will be doing a 1.2 mile route. It is a route that you are very experienced at doing.
I've probably done it about 150 times this year, if not 200. So it's something I could do in my sleep and probably will be doing in my sleep at various points over the next 24 hours. Um, so I think I'm prepared. I have, in the last month, during September, I ran that route probably 50 or 60 times, many times on multiple times during a day, so that I was prepared for kind of going out and running it and coming back in and running it again and coming back in and running it again. So I know what it's like for 6 hours. I don't know what it's like for 24 hours. I don't know what it's like on very little sleep. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of unknowns here, so I'm a bit nervous, but gonna get out there and just kind of keep going out every hour and gradually complete it. That
Yeah.
is the plan.
So just to clarify, a 1.2 mile loop every hour on the hour for 24 hours.
Yes, that is the plan. I will probably end up doing somewhere between 28 and 30 miles by the end of it. I will be finishing round about 11:15, 11:20 at night tomorrow night. So in about 23 and a half hours from now.
It is currently 11:46 p.m. on Saturday the 3rd of October. We'll be starting on midnight.
Just after midnight on Sunday the 4th of October.
Which is the day of the London Marathon.
Yes.
I'll be joining Dee for the first, say, 5 laps, so till about 5 o'clock. During the night hours. Then, fortunately, I'll get the chance to go to bed.
Yeah, I won't. I will be continuing. I will still be going out every hour on the hour. For lap 8 at 7 o'clock, I have a sort of login to kind of video myself and send my footage to the BBC video wall. So I'm really hoping that there might be a wee kind of clip of me on the TV coverage, but I think there's quite a lot of people sending into the video wall, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But I will be recording the TV footage just to see if I can see myself. That would be nice.
And then from about 7 p.m. again onwards, 7 or 8 o'clock, depending on how dark it is, I'll join again for the closing 4 or 5 laps.
Yes.
Just while it's dark, for a bit of safety and a bit of security and to celebrate.
Yeah, and also in case I sort of keel over in the middle
carry
of the street
you along.
at that
So
point.
there's the number.
There's
Let's show the number.
If for any reason, like anybody's tracking me on the app, they can use this number to track me. I know there's quite a few people in my various running groups who are all sharing numbers and tracking each other, so that's how they're all going to track my my progress.
And those of you who've probably been spotting this in the background, this is the snacks and food selection that will keep us going, or keep you going, particularly Dee, going over the next 24 hours.
There's a lot of options there, because I don't know what I'm going to feel like during the 24 hours. But
and there is some fruit. I can see some bananas.
There's fruit and berries, and there's crisps for when I need something savory. But the vast majority of the stuff is sweet. It's like biscuits and flapjacks and protein bars and Mars bars and gummy sweets and stuff like that. Energy gels for if I feel I can't chew anything at various points. There's a lot of options.
Okay, so next time I will post is when we are just about to head out on lap 1.
So the historic 40th race of the London Marathon is underway. It's the Virgin London Marathon your way. Normally there'd be thousands of runners streaming out of Greenwich Park and Blackheath right now, but this year it's different. It's unique and it's going to be very, very special. That's because you and more than 40,000 other runners are doing it from wherever you are in the world.
So there she goes for the first lap of 24. And we will catch up with her as we go. And here she comes. I don't know if you can see with the light, you can see a little yellow figure coming down, lap 2 complete.
For the first 6 laps, which were overnight, Saturday night, Sunday morning starting midnight, Geoff came out with me, my husband Geoff came out with me for the first 7 laps, just to kind of give me a bit of company when it was dark, and kind of managed to get through the night.
Okay, so we are back from
lap 7.
Lap 8. Oh, sorry, lap 7.
Yes.
Mile 8.
Yes.
It is 6:20 in the morning.
Yep.
And checking in. How are we doing?
We're doing all right. Getting a little bit tired. Finding it quite difficult to balance eating and drinking. So I think it's going to be a few more hours sort of working out how best to go about that. So I've not been feeling great with that while out on the run the last couple of laps, but we'll just keep trying, and just going to stick to water for a couple of hours now and see how we go with that.
Weather's been really quite good, apart
from lap 2 was awful, but since then it's kind of really dried up. So fingers crossed that continues. It'd be nice if there was no more than just kind of light showers the rest of the day. That would be really great. So yeah, and hopefully it should be starting to get light soon. I think I'm probably going to feel a little better mentally once it's light. It might just kind of make me a bit more alert. But
still dark.
Still quite dark just now, but hopefully in the next hour or so it should start to lighten up. So more than a quarter of the way through now. So we are getting there. Just have to keep going out and try not to fall asleep. And we'll get there. Just taking it 1 mile at a time.
Okay, so we'll check in again later.
Yes, absolutely. The morning was quite tough because I hadn't really settled with my eating and drinking, and I felt quite ill in places. I wasn't sure whether I was not eating enough or eating too much, or not drinking enough or drinking too much, and I really just couldn't get settled, and I felt very uncomfortable. But eventually that improved sort of in the afternoon. And it was quite good that the marathon was on TV, the elite race, because that was a really good distraction. It was something to watch during the day, and that could help things go quite quickly.
So we are now
Halfway.
Halfway.
I have done 12 runs. I need to do 12 more. So I'm feeling surprisingly awake. And I'm feeling quite good at the moment. I was kind of struggling with my stomach a bit, but I'm feeling a bit better now. So hopefully that will continue, and hopefully I've sort of got my feeling right. So fingers crossed. But we'll have an okay afternoon. Tiredness wise, I'm okay. But we'll see how I get on over the next few hours.
And the good news is
There's some sunshine.
there's sunshine.
Who knew that was coming?
So hopefully we can keep that going
That would be ideal.
for a couple of hours at least. Probably a bit of rain going into
There
this
might be a
evening.
bit of rain later, yeah. But
But
at the moment, it's very nice.
okay, so we'll check in probably again after the next 6.
Yes, at about 6 o'clock tonight. So, yeah, we'll check in again then. It was a really long day. During the day, it was really lovely because people could kind of see that I was wearing my marathon bib. So later in the afternoon, I think once people were aware that it was marathon day because they'd been watching it on the BBC or whatever, got a lot of clapping and cheering from passers-by. That was really nice. It was a really good boost. So by the afternoon, I could really sort of see light at the end of the tunnel because it was more than halfway, and it was just really ticking the laps down. And I think lack of sleep, I was very surprised that I wasn't sort of getting very tired and almost falling asleep in places. I think the running was just keeping the adrenaline going, really. So I didn't sleep at all during the challenge. I thought I might sort of end up having short naps between laps in the afternoon, but that never happened because I just wasn't tired. Yeah, I think I was possibly going a bit mad by the end of it, but I wasn't really tired.
Okay, so it is now 10 to 6 on the evening, I suppose, of Sunday the 4th. We are about to head out on lap
19.
Lap 19. How are we doing?
I'm all right. Numbers are becoming more difficult than they were. So at the moment, I'm trying to kind of remember how many laps I've done, how many miles I've done, balance that and work out what the app says and what my Garmin says and what, kind of roughly what time I'm going to finish the marathon, which is kind of probably going to be a different time to when I finish the 24-hour challenge. So got a lot of numbers to think about and not a lot of brain capacity to do that. I have been awake for
About 10:30 yesterday.
About 31 hours now. So I'm not thinking as clearly as I was, but I've only got 6 laps more to do, and I've managed to stay awake and alert so far. So fingers crossed that will continue, and I will be able to push through the evening and make those last few laps.
And as you will see over next to Dee's shoulder, we still have plenty of goodies on the goodie table.
I've not had a lot of appetite, to be honest, and when I have eaten, it's kind of resulted in a bit of stitch. So I've been a bit reluctant to eat stuff. And I'm not even really that hungry, to be honest. I mean, I know I do need to take on a bit of fuel, but I've not really felt like eating any of that stuff. So I'm just going to kind of keep going, munching a bit throughout the evening, just to make sure I'm still taking on enough fuel. And then once all my runs are over, then I'll have a think about maybe kind of refueling again. But in the meantime, I'm okay, and I'm keeping up the pace okay. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. 6 more laps. And yeah, we'll keep going. We'll get there.
So the next time you hear from us will be to see the fun finale, Dee finishing lap 6. So
Yes.
wait for that.
Lap 24.
Lap 24.
I managed to keep up a fairly good pace for every lap. I didn't sort of slow down and slow down and slow down, which is something that I thought might happen. It was only really the last couple of laps that I really started to get tired and slow down. There was quite a lot going on. The marathon app was a bit slow. I was a bit anxious about it, so I kind of went and got my marathon finished on lap 22. I went and did a bit extra, and it said, "Congratulations, you finished." And then I kind of got home and realised that it hadn't quite finished. It was on about 26.1 miles. So I then kind of dashed out to do the extra meters, and I did manage to finish with the app, and then I sort of promptly tripped over a curb and got lots of grazes on myself and smashed my phone screen. So that was not a great end to the marathon itself. I did manage to drag myself around the last couple of laps. That's possibly the reason why they were a bit slow in the end.
So here we are, 24 hours and 24 laps after we first started. Here she is, finishing off. About 29 miles covered. And no sleep. Huge congratulations.
I was on about 40 hours of no sleep by the time I went to bed. And then when I did eventually get to sleep at the end of it all, I only ended up sleeping about 7 hours because I kind of woke up this morning. I was still quite wired. And it felt like a really, really long day getting those 24 laps in. But I did it in the end. I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to do it at various points, but I did manage. I got the virtual London Marathon done in the process. I ended up running, I think, about 29.44 miles in total during the course of the 24 hours. And I think it's going to take me quite a few days to recover from this, both mentally and physically. Well, I mean, physically I'm a bit sore, but I'll probably be all right in a day or two. As I say, I've been out for a recovery run already today, and when my legs were complaining a bit, it was fine. I think it'll be a mental thing, really, recovering the next few days. And I sort of don't really know what to do now because I've been training for that for a really long time, quite a few months. And I had sort of vague plans of training for a 10K over the winter. I've not signed up to one. I would just really like to get some 10K training done because getting a sub-hour 10K is sort of a really big goal for 2021. It was originally a goal for 2020, but obviously we've not really had races this year. Today was just a recovery run. Managed about 11.5-minute mile, which is not a bad pace considering that that I ran nearly 30 miles yesterday. But as I say, with my running, I don't really know what to do with myself, what to do next. I think maybe this week I'll just go out for a mile every day and sort of have a think about what I want to do with my training next and really kind of sit down and plan it out in a few days' time once I've sort of got over this, I suppose. So yeah, I really am quite out of sorts today as a result, and I suppose I should have expected that, really. And I kind of expected to be totally over the moon and elated, and in some ways I am. I can't believe I managed to do that, managed to do the 24-hour challenge, and it was really tough and really quite insane. And yeah, I can't really believe I did it, but I got there and I got my my virtual London Marathon done in the process, and I got to be really pleased with myself, I suppose. Raised quite a bit of charity money, um, and although I feel a bit ambivalent today, I think that's just mental state, really. And I think probably in a few days' time I'll be able to kind of look at it
with a bit of hindsight and be able to be really proud. So I'm going to say I'm proud. I don't feel proud just yet, but I think I probably am deep down. Tomorrow will just be a mile then, possibly on a different route again. I'm not sure how soon I'm going to be able to face that 1.2 mile route that I did 24 times yesterday. It might be a wee while before I can do that one again, but we will see. I'll go for a walk tomorrow as well. I gotta go to a shop and get my phone screen repaired. um, yeah, I will get out, but probably not on that loop again for a while, I don't think. But yeah, I will let you know how I get on with my next mile tomorrow and maybe have a bit more idea about what I'm going to do next with my running.